Hello YouTube community, my name is theJACKHAMMER13 and in the background you're going to be watching some video gameplay of a little bit of Black Ops Zombies. I shall be on the bottom screen and my friend shall be on the top. My friend would be DeCarlos Gurzando, otherwise known as James. So we decided a bit late into the game that we didn't really want to record our voices. We just wanted to record the audio of the game because we didn't feel like trying to be witty. So I decided, alright, that's cool, I'll just make something up as I go along later on in the future. What I decided to talk about is my video gaming history. So it's a rather short, complex story. I don't know how short and complex work together, but in this case it did. And it starts with, I think I was around the age of 4. About 4, I got an N64, either for my birthday or Christmas, one of those big events. And so we played on the N64 for a bit. I think I had a couple of games on it, like a Diddy Kong or Donkey Kong type game, which I played and wasn't very good at. And then I had like a wrestling game, which it might not even been a game, it might have just been a dream. Dreams and memories seem to work hand in hand for me in my memory box of a memory. So half the time I don't know what the difference is between the two. But the reason why I wonder if it was a dream or not is because there's a character that was like halfly and partly invisible, except for like her head. It was a girl and she could beat up every single person in the video game. No matter who you put in, she would just destroy them. Maybe it was just that I was really bad at the game, or maybe it was the fact that she was just overpowered. I don't know if it was real or not, but anyway, after that, I decided to get into the handheld gaming thanks to a friend of mine named Brandon Loki. He had gotten the Game Boy Advance SP, and he decided he doesn't need the regular Advance anymore, so he saw that I really liked it and decided to give it to me one year. I don't know if that was before or after I got the N64, but I'm just going to put it in the after column. So he gave me the Game Boy Advance. I don't remember exactly which games I had for it. I think I had like a Harry Potter game and possibly like a Yu-Gi-Oh game of some sort. But I hadn't gotten into Pokemon just yet. I think I started that when I got my Game Boy Advance SP. I was like, alright, this Advance is cool, but it has a bit of a low battery. And there's this cool SP out, and all my friends have it, so I might as well get it myself. I got like a blue Game Boy Advance SP, and for my birthday I ended up getting Pokemon Ruby and I think Sapphire. This was before Emerald came out, mind you. And so I decided to put in Ruby. It was red. I liked the color red, surprisingly, because now I like the color blue more. But I guess I liked Ruby at the time, so I put in Ruby, started playing the game, and got a nice save file going. I had a couple of Pokemon that were at level 100. I had like a Rayquaza, my Swampert. I might have even had Groudon at level 100, and a couple of other big Pokemon that were important to me, such as my Walrein. I think I've always had a Walrein whenever I played that game, because it just is a really cool Pokemon. And I might have even had a Wailord that was up to level 100. Why I would need a Wailord when I had a Swampert, I don't know. I normally use my Swampert as a TM holder, slave, TM slave I guess is the better term for it. I was going to use a different term, but I don't think that that's really appropriate, and considering I really loved my Swampert, and he was a guy. So, anyway, the save file eventually was corrupted. I couldn't play the game anymore, and I was really sad, obviously. I had put in a couple hundred hours into the video game, I think, and it just decided not to load anymore. So I had to start a new game, had to start fresh, and I used Swampert again. I don't think I ever used Blaziken in my younger years. I think I had to wait until I was like 8 to realize that there was better Pokemon than Swampert, such as Torchic. I prefer Swampert, but Blaziken's pretty awesome. So, from that, we got to the amazing time period when the PS2, the GameCube, and the Xbox came out. There might have even been a Sega somewhere thrown in there. I don't know what would have been. It might have been either like the Saturn or something of that sort. I'll look it up while I talk a bit more. But I had both the GameCube and the PlayStation 2. So, let's see what Sega has to say for itself on this wiki page. Anyway, so the PlayStation 2 is the one that I played on the most. I really loved the GameCube, but I played on my PlayStation more because it was at my grandparents' house, which is where I stayed. Let's see. So I think it'd be about the 2004 era. So they had What games did they have? What did they have? It doesn't seem to want to tell me. They have titles and all that, but they don't seem to want to say about the gaming systems. Hold on. Alright, so at the same time that the PlayStation and the GameCube were going around, I think, was when the Dreamcast came out. And that was a huge fail for the Sega, so obviously I don't think anybody bought it. So I think it was like the Xbox, the PlayStation 2, and the Nintendo GameCube. They were the pretty big things. I didn't get an Xbox. PlayStation was the one I played the most on, but I got that after I had the GameCube. So we'll go talk about the GameCube because I'm trying to do this in chronological order. The GameCube was pretty awesome. I played a lot of Pokemon WWE games. They had Crush Hour, which was like a racing car destruction game. It was awesome for kids my age that were really into WWE and explosions. So I played that. I also played WrestleMania 18 and Day of Reckoning 1 or 2. Probably 2. I don't think it was 1. Really liked all those games. Lots of good stories to have with those. I might actually talk about them later on. The GameCube probably was one of my favorite of all the video game systems that I had. And because it was really awesome, when I got the PlayStation 2 for Christmas one year, might even have been for my birthday, but whatever the case, I decided to get my favorite game, Crush Hour, on PlayStation as well. From there I got a bunch of other WWE games, a couple of which you've seen. Actually, there's only been one on my channel. What am I talking about? I got SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. I got Legends of WrestleMania. Legends of Wrestling 2. SmackDown vs. Raw, the series, and I just played pretty much WWE games on that series. Yeah, I played pretty much WWE games on that console. I had a couple other games like SOCOM and Battlefield 2, I think it was. I have the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses game, and a few others that for the moment escaped me. I don't feel like looking up again because I tried that earlier and it didn't work for me because for some reason the recording messed up. Anyway, so from that point, PlayStation became probably my go-to thing. That's when I really got into video gaming. I played that game system pretty much every day. 24/7, 365. No, I played it for about a couple hours every day. I still went outside a lot, but that was pretty much the majority of my time was spent on that PlayStation 2. So when I turned 13, I decided I finally needed an upgrade. My PlayStation's getting a little old. There's not a lot of games coming out for it anymore. So I went to the Xbox 360. Should have gone with the PlayStation 3, considering that I was part of the PlayStation Sony system already, but I'm really glad that I didn't, and here's why. Excuse me, I have to clear my throat. I've been talking for quite a while, doing these multiple takes, and they've not really gone well for me. Anyway, so I got the Xbox 360. First game I got was part of like the Kinect package. Didn't really like it, stopped playing it. One of the other games I got was Halo Reach. I love that game. I played Halo Reach forever. I completed the storyline, the campaign, and all that. Got a couple friends. I went online, started playing on the multiplayer. It was one of the greatest games I had ever played. And I wanted it because I played Halo 3 with my friends once. I could talk about those stories now, but I think I'll save that for a future date because it's more to do with friendship than it is to do with video games. So from there, Xbox Live became pretty much my life. That was my new PlayStation. So I played on Xbox Live quite a bit. Had quite a lot of friends, most of which were friends with my friend. His name is Swineflu is Sick. He has a YouTube channel. I don't know if he wants to be disclosed because I think that's sort of, you know, something that people have an issue with. But I will not disclose him just for the fact of that's not really, I guess, business-like. So Swineflu was Sick, and I played a lot. He introduced me to a couple of his friends, Blackley, Swordsman99K, and Theo Nitro, and I think his cousin, New Year's Dragon. And we had we had Xbox Live calls and just talked about different things. And we'd play Black Ops every now and again, the Zombies mode. And it was just a really good time all around. Eventually, however, school sort of got in the way. I got out of touch with those guys, and my Xbox Live membership ran out. I think that's pretty much how it's been for the past couple of years now. I've not been on that Xbox Live account at all since then. So that really dampened my multiplayer activities. However, I got into PC gaming a little bit. Minecraft came out a little bit before I got into the Xbox, I think, or it might have been roughly around the same time. So I started playing that a lot. I got into Team Fortress 2 for a little bit, didn't like it too much after a while, so I stopped playing it. But I still go back to it every now and again, just like I do Minecraft, which still doesn't really interest me. I also got into the DS a little bit before that, but I forgot to mention that. That wasn't really a huge thing. Lots of Pokemon games was pretty much all that was. So that's not really worth talking about. And then finally we got into current gen, or next gen, I guess is what they're still calling it, which is the PS4 and the Xbox One. I went with the PS4 because the Xbox 360, though it was a lot of fun, didn't seem to be upgrading much with the Xbox One. Kinect 2.0 didn't look as good as they were proclaiming it to be. It looked to be more of a family gaming system than it was a YouTuber thing. And because I was getting into YouTube around the time that I got it, I decided I'd probably want to go with the PlayStation 4. Turns out, there's a lot of games on the PlayStation 4 that are really good, but are just not up my alley. So I haven't gotten into any of that yet. I'm still stuck on the PS2 trying to get videos recorded for that. So that's pretty much my gaming history in a nutshell. There's a lot of stuff I'm going to need to edit out, so this is probably going to be the shortest of the recordings that I've tried to do of this. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and leave you with the last couple of minutes of the video. Basically, at this point in time, I think my friend has been downed a couple of times, and things are looking grim for us. So if not, that's probably what's going to be happening soon. And that's why this recording sort of just went kaput. It wasn't fun. You know, we got into it around 14, thought we were doing really well, and then things just started to go downhill as soon as we started recording. That's pretty much all I've got to say on the matter. If you have any questions that I did not answer or that have been brought about by what I've said, please feel free to ask them either via the comment system, the discussion system, or by emailing me. You can find any sorts of communication in my About section. I have a Twitter, I have a Facebook. My email will be left in the description below. I think it's actually already posted there, but for those of you who don't want to look in the description or in my About section, if that is where it is the JACKHAMMER13 at gmail.com. Apparently the JACKHAMMER13 and the JACKHAMMER37 were both taken, so I had to take the JACKHAMMER23. Anyway, this has been a great time. I've enjoyed talking with you guys, but for now, this has been the JACKHAMMER13, and I am signing out.